Hey everybody, this is Kiyoshi bringing you my very first cast, along with DVP Encrypted.
Hello.
Today's matchup in the AHGL Week 1, we have, I should probably go and start the match. We have in the top right hand corner, AJCastonguay, I believe it's AJCastonguay. I'm just going to refer to him as AJ, as the blue Zerg, and in the bottom left hand corner, we have Pochi for IGT, as the purple toss. So Pochi is playing for IGT and AJ is playing for VMWare. So what the AHGL is, for those of you who do not know, is the After Hours Gaming League. It's a gaming league, kind of like, well, pretty much any other gaming league. Basketball, softball, football, whatever you want. Okay. Anyway, where companies can pretty much duke it out on any virtual battlefield. It is for StarCraft 2 and for League of Legends right now. And the winners will get money donated to a charity of their choice. This is the B League, and in the B League they will be playing for $1,000. So, at the very beginning, it looks like we have AJ was doing that supply trick, getting that one out. Get an extra zone. He had supply blocked himself for a little bit though, but it looks like in the bottom left hand corner, Pochi is going to be going for a Forge Fast Expand most likely, and in the top right hand corner, I'm not exactly quite sure what AJ is going to be doing yet. He's got a pool down at, looks like it was 15, so 15 pool against a Forge Fast Expand. We'll see what happens. And it looks like that scout for Pochi is going to get all sorts of information. Yeah, he got a pretty good amount of information there about that 15 pool. And it looks like the Forge is going down at 15 and the Gateway at 16. Interesting that he didn't go for the Nexus first. Guess trying to create more of a wall, which is okay. If you have a larger wall, which is harder to get through, that can be more beneficial. Unless the other player does have really quick lane speed. Like if maybe they were going for trying to 6-pull you or something, but that pool being down at about 12 is going to be just fine for him to go ahead and do a Forge Fast Expand. Looks like we have an early Roach Warren going down at 325. That'll be a very interesting play to see what happens with that. What do you think, Dylan?
No, it makes me think that the Zerg player is trying to go one base all in here, building a Roach Warren that quick, and having not dropped a Fast Expand himself.
Especially at 18, and he's going to supply block himself again. That's the second time. Not for very long, but it looked like it did supply block him for just a second. I mean, it looks like he is going to go for probably an early push with that earlier than a Roach Warren, and not having expanded. And Pochi is going to see that, and this wall will be completely done by the time that he attacks, which is the reason why he is not expanded yet. Because he did see that early Roach Warren. I think he did see the Roach Warren, didn't he? No, he did not see the Roach Warren. Interesting to go for all of that build without having seen the Roach Warren down that early. I wonder why. Well, at least it'll work for his advantage. That Zealot's going to be just running right around, chilling, saying, hey, check at me, I'm filling up this hole. Okay, anyway, we got another probe going out to scout, running away from the little Zerg, little Ling. He's, ah! And the Ling is going to go ahead and try and get some vital scouting information. Let's see what he sees. He's going to see that wall, and he's going to be like, okay, I am going to stay away from that for this time being. Meanwhile, Pochi is going to be doing some scouting here, seeing what's going on. And he will eventually see, oh, maybe not. Will he see? Yes, he's going to see that expansion, but he's going to be taken down before he can see that Roach Warren.
It doesn't matter, he saw a Roach.
This is true. He did see that Roach. I forgot about that. And this is why I have encrypted. To help me out with my casting. This is my very first cast, so you guys got to cut me a little bit of slack. That Zealot's going to go own that little Ling with that cannon's help. So, at this point, wouldn't be surprised to see Moving all those probes over. Wouldn't be surprised to see a 7-gate Immortal all-in, because that is one of the standard metagames, especially with that Sentry coming down. More than likely, that's what we're going to see. That's one of the more standard metagames for TOS when it comes to TVZ. And for AJ, I'm not exactly quite sure what he's going to do. Maybe a Roach push, maybe tech to air and go for some mutas. We'll see what happens here. And there is the robotics facility with another gateway. We got 3 gates. That is going to be a 7-gate Immortal all-in. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. Got some roaches going to go ahead and start moving around out on the field. Check and see if there's maybe an expansion over here. Maybe check and see if there's one over here yet. We are almost at 8 minutes, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Pochi take his 3rd. Maybe here in a couple minutes, maybe after he sees this after this Roach push fail. But he's not going to have a whole lot of units. He's just going to be waiting for those cannons, having those cannons do a lot of damage. We got an observer coming out. That'll be good for Pochi being able to see more of the field and find out what AJ is doing at this time. And AJ having more roaches come in. This will be an interesting push, see what happens, because at this point, Pochi still doesn't have any Immortals at all. With a standard 7-gate Immortal, the first thing you do is build an Immortal, especially for this kind of attack right here, and he's going to have nothing. This attack could do some serious damage. We'll see what happens. Here it comes. Or not. Oh, here it comes. He was trying to get more centered in along with that the hole right there. He's going to go ahead and do some attacking. Those roaches aren't going to be there. And oh, here we got some force fields, but not going to be able to fully trap in his opponent. But his opponent is not bothering or retreating, just trying to do as much damage as he can to that cannon, target firing. And that cannon will not fall with 2 HP. All he needed was get one more shot in. And Pochi's going to come out here and try and clean up that army a little bit, but because of those lings, he's not going to be able to do that too much. Going to keep that the hole in the wall plugged. And a couple more lings are going to come in, and Pochi's going to retreat back to the cannons. And those that cannon and those Immortals and that Immortal and Stalkers are just going to do lots of damage to AJ here. All the meanwhile, while Pochi is just bringing up lots and lots of units, and AJ is floating a lot of minerals right now. Right now he's at 900. A second ago he was at 1,200 minerals, and for a Zerg player that is not very, very good to be having. Maybe just try and build a lot of lings or something while you can. Let's see what happens. Get some more overlords so you don't spy block yourself. There you go. And those roaches are going to pull back. We got the observer coming up here to see what AJ is doing at the time. So far, pretty standard play from Pochi. I'm not exactly quite sure if AJ was trying to just go for a straight-up roach push. What do you think AJ should do at this time right now?
I certainly feel with that much money floating around, he might build a macro hash and expand everywhere, actually. He has map control, it seems to me, and with that much money floating, certainly should spend it.
Absolutely. 1,200 now. He could put down... how many? 6? 6 hatcheries if he wanted to, but right now he's only off of 2. Okay, there goes a third. Moving the roaches down to protect it in case Pochi decides to try and do anything aggressive. Looks like Pochi is going to go for his third as well. And at this point, 3 base on 3 base, I would think that the Protoss is going to be a little bit more economically ahead. Let's see. Let's take a look at our pro count. Worker supply, very, very interesting. Only 48. We went from 39 to 48 drones. 53 to 48 as a Zerg. That is not enough. You need to have a lot more drones than that against your opponent. And we have so much production going out here by Pochi. We even have a robotics bay. Wouldn't be surprised to see some Colossi coming out. Ground 2 weapons, level 2 weapons. Sorry about that. And it looks like AJ is going to go ahead and get his 1-1 finally. But 45 to 56 drones, I would think he was going to be needing to get more than that. And most likely he will. Once he gets this hatchery fully going, he's going to go ahead and try and defend that. And does Pochi know if that is there? Yes, he does. Let's take a look at the kill count, 24 to 6. But right now you wouldn't know it was that much of a difference right now. See what happens with that later on. Go and bring him back to the army supply. 80 for AJ. I don't know if he'd try to attack right now though, because that's just not a fun thing to attack right there. That many immortals and that many stalkers is not always the easiest thing to have unless you're going with oh hey, check it out, Infestor Tech. There you go. We'll see what happens with AJ's attack right here, and Pochi is going to know exactly where this army is at all times because he's got that observer following right behind. And yep, Pochi is going to go ahead and move on up to get ready to defend that third. This will not be very good for AJ right now because being able to take out that third without being attacked at all would be very, very beneficial. Might actually kind of level the playing field for him economically. But because Pochi knows that this is coming, this is not going to be fun. By the way, AJ, and I hope it's Pochi. If I botched your guys' name, I'm sorry. Let's see what we got going here. Got good saturation there, and yeah, he's just going to know that attack is right there. He's bringing in some wings. That should help absorb a little bit of damage, but because of that Colossi there, I'm not exactly quite sure if it's going to do that much. And here we go. AJ moving on in.
At least he hit before range. That would have been a little bit more rough combat-wise for our Zerg friend.
This is very true. That range still hasn't finished yet. It'll be finishing here in about 20 seconds. And that Colossi is going to fall. If AJ were to push, he might actually be able to stop this, but he's going to retreat. Oh no, lost opportunity. He could have had that chance to snipe out those extra immortals and possibly take out that third and kind of level the playing field, but looks like he's going to lose some roaches and a Hydra here. And it looks like Lance is going to get finished. He's got 2 more Colossi on the way. That is not going to be very beneficial for AJ right now. Very beneficial for Pochi though. AJ going to go back for another attack here, and is he okay? Pochi is not going to know about this attack. Looks like either the observer moved or it was destroyed somehow, and it looks like he might get this base to fall. Going to move those roaches in to try and absorb some of the damage from those Colossi. And that base is going to fall. Not going to get very many probes though. So economically wise, not too much of a damage to Pochi. Maybe just a little bit of annoyance there and losing that base. Let's take a look at that kill count. Workers killed, only 3. I would have tried to maybe concentrate a little bit more on keeping your army alive than losing as many units as you did just right there. Let's take a look at the army supply now. 111 to 65. That is no bueno. More than likely, this Protoss Death Ball has already hit critical mass, and I would be surprised if AJ were to be able to stop it. Now, granted, he still might be able to if he ever got any infestors out or anything like that, but it looks like he's still going Roach Hydra. Playing very defiantly, not wanting to do anything else. We do have a Spire going down. We'll see if that does anything, but more than likely it's not going to be out in time enough to be able to help out. And those Colossi are just going to do all sorts of damage to this. Oh, he did have 1 infestor out, but great force fields trapping a lot of those units, and those Colossi are just going to clean that up.
Our friend AJ here building 104 lings to attempt to stop this ball, but with the Colossus out there, I don't think that's going to do much.
More likely than not, because those Colossi are just going to, yep, be protected by the surrounding Stalkers and Immortals, and those Colossi are just going to clean those Zerglings off. Maybe? Okay, yes, they're going to clean them up. A very sad day for the Zerg army of AJCastonguay. I hope it's at Castonguay. Looks like he's going to keep pushing in. He's not going to stop anymore, and he is just going to go ahead and march right all over into this base. He's going to send a few more roaches down from top, but Pochi is going to block them off from coming. The only hope you have here is these Corruptors being able to take out these Colossi, but there are just too many Stalkers for hitting him, and a couple more Colossi coming in to reinforce that. And more than likely, we're going to see the end of this match in just a second, unless some miracle happens. But those roaches are just going to get ripped apart by all those Colossi, and there is GG. It looks like IGT will take the lead 1-0.